Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. No, I don't have on any makeup or anything right now because this is a updated eyebrow tutorial. I got red for filth because I promised some good friends of mine. Shout out to Miss Erica Walker and Miss Nene. They got on my ass because I promised them a updated eyebrow tutorial. I did an eyebrow tutorial probably like a year or two ago, and I haven't done one since. And it is really late, so I can't sleep. So I was like, hey, might as well go ahead and get the shit out the way because I said I was gonna do it. If you're wondering about how I did my little turban thing, that is like my quick fix a lot of times for bad hair days, or if I just don't feel like having my hair out, I do have a video on how to do that. I have 3 turban looks that I sometimes rock from time to time. But anyway, we're going to jump right into this bad boy. My eyebrows, the first rule of making sure your eyebrows come out very nicely, you do want to make sure that they have been arched, threaded, waxed, whatever you do to get them good in shape. I arch mine, and mine are arched with a blade. So, to me, that's what works for me. Waxing, they grow back really fast. Hair period on me grows back fast. The next thing, the tools I'm going to be using are basically going to be these 3 things. I'm going to explain each and every one. All right. First one is going to be your spoolie. And basically you just want to comb your hairs in place. Get them nice and in place and get them where you want them to be and everything. If your eyebrows are already been arched, this is not going to be hard. My go-to product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade, and this is in chocolate, if you guys can see that. And this stuff retails for like $18 a pop. For those of you guys who are not wanting to spend $18 on eyebrow material, I used to use the Jordana pencil, the Jordana, just a regular Jordana Easy Line pencil, and this is in coffee bean. If you guys can see that part, sorry about the glare, but yeah, this is a little simple Jordana pencil. I used to use this all the time. This is like a quick go-to for me if I can't find my Anastasia. But I prefer to use this because it just gets a really, really good job. This does a great job as well. I mean, it's only like, I think this is like $1.99 at Walgreens. So this is a cheap alternative. You don't want to buy this, you can buy this and still accomplish the same look. But for me, I'm going to use my Anastasia because that's what I paid for. Alright, so this right here is just basically a angled brush. You could actually use this for eyeliner, all that. I have so many of these, it's ridiculous. So this one I use for my brows. So the trick really, if you guys can see here how your brows naturally, it's pretty light in the front and it just fades back into your tail. This side, my tail on this side is longer than it is on this side. So basically with doing your brows, it's just faking it until you make it. So this is what the pomade looks like, the one in chocolate. And all I'm going to do is just dip my brush in it. Just get a good little bit. Not too much. You don't want to overdo it. And also, ladies, rule of thumb as well. Even though we are women of color and predominantly a lot of us, our hair are naturally like dark brown or black, you do not want to put a black color on your face for your eyebrows because your eyebrows are supposed to frame your face. If you use something extremely, extremely too dark, it will basically bring like negative attention to your face. So please, I cannot tell you how many times I see that shit on Facebook or just in public. Young ladies have black on there for the eyebrows. It's not cute. It brings wrong attention. Like the fact that I know what it's supposed to look like as a makeup artist, I immediately look at your eyebrows, and other people do too because it's bringing the wrong attention. A darker brown color, like it's perfect. Also, Anastasia has another one. It's in medium brown. I used this on my client the other day, and it works perfectly. So just, you know, just don't do that. That's not cute. So all I'm gonna do, first step I always do, I am just going to follow basically the outline of my eyebrow. If your eyebrow, like I have pretty thick eyebrows naturally, like they just, you know, they're just there. But what you want to do if you don't have a whole lot of brow there, you basically want to draw the design of what you're looking for and what you're wanting there. You just want to make it sure it's realistic. Your eyebrow should not come all the way out to here. So mine is only going to come out just a little bit past my tail on this side, and this side is going to mimic the same thing. So all I'm going to do is start on the bottom and outline the bottom portion of my eyebrow, and just using light little strokes and bringing it all the way into my tail. And I'm just extending my tail only by a little bit. You see how already my eyebrow is defined? So what I'm going to do is take what's left and also outline the top. So that is all I'm doing, and bringing it and making sure it's connected. Now, right there. So what you want to do next, you can just get a little bit more if you're using a Dipbrow, or if you're going to use your pencil. You want to start, I always start at the back of my tail, and I just lightly fill it in, brushing it through the hairs. Now keep in mind, you see how I left the front opened right there? I did that because I'm going to go back and use my spoolie to blend it out. That's how I get that gradient effect, where it goes from light to where it's very faded, and it goes into the dark of my eyebrow. So I'm just going to fill it in until I get towards the front. And then what I normally do is take my pencil and turn it up. Well, not my pencil, but yeah, my pencil or my brush. And that line, that harsh line I've created, I'm just going to flick it up, the product, without any extra on there, and just brush it through. And see how you can still see my hairs, but now everything is just forming together. And there you have it. This is a eyebrow, my eyebrow filled in, and this is my natural brow. Basically, with filling in your eyebrows, you just wanted to give it more of a definition. So that is how you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I will be right back to show you how I cleaned it up. Alright, you guys, I'm back. So as you can see, I have my other eyebrow completed now. It's on there, but we're still not done just yet. The next step that I always do to get my eyebrows very crisp and sharp, where they look very nice and defined, I actually clean them up. So if there's anything that I kind of messed up or anything like that at all, concealer is going to be your best friend. And on the back of my hand, I have the LA Girl Pro Longwear Concealer. That's what it looks like. And it's in the color Fawn. F-A-W-N, if you can see that. I have a little bit on the back of my hand. Now, here's the rule of thumb, and please hear me out on that. You do not want to use a concealer that is extremely, extremely bright. You do, like, okay, the rule of thumb is usually you can get away with it if it's about 2 shades lighter than your natural complexion. As you can tell, this one is only about 1 shade lighter, or about 1.5 shades lighter than my natural complexion. And it doesn't take a lot also, because the next step that I'm doing now with cleaning it up, blending, is about to be your best friend. So all I'm going to do, I just kind of put it on the back of my hand to warm the product up so it makes it easier to blend. All I'm going to do is just tap a little bit on my brush. This is my Sonia Kashuk concealer brush from her limited edition anniversary purple collection. And I'm just going to take a little bit just like that. And I'm going to go underneath. I always do the bottom portion of my eyebrow first. And I just hold the brush like this. And I'm just going to follow the line and style that I want for my brow to clean it up. And I'm just following it. See that? It just gave me a very sharp and crisp eye. And I always go back over the area for my tail to make sure it is very crisp there. And all I'm going to do now is drag the concealer down to help blend it. Make sure it's blended extremely well. And then next I'm going to take my finger, because your fingers are your best friends, you guys. It basically cleans and warms up the product to really give it a nice blended look. So when you actually apply everything else, as you can see, it just looks cleaned up. So all I'm going to do now is take a little bit more from the back of my hand and do the top portion as well. So I'm just following the guidelines that I did when I filled in my brow. So I'm just going to go from the top here. And it's basically like tracing. So I have that, and then all I'm going to do is pull the concealer up and out to blend it. And then just blend it with my finger like I did the bottom portion. And there you have it. That is how I do my brow. So I'm going to clean up the other side and I will be right back, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm back. So these are my completed brows. As you can see here, everything has been blended out. And that is how I do my brows. So you guys now know the secret that people have been asking me for forever. Arya, how you do your brows, girl? Hey, girl, your eyebrows on fleek. But yes, that is that simple. That is how I do my brows. Typically people ask, I always do my eyebrows before I do my makeup or anything else really, other than priming, which I didn't prime because this is about to come right back off because I just did this for you guys. So I hope you guys like the video. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, you guys, peace, love, and hair grease.